Just when you thought comics could not get creepy enough, along comes the fabulous Wytches story by Scott Snyder and Jock. It's another installment, folks. Let's do this.
And now, a conversation piece. This is The Rundown.
Welcome everybody, and it's fabulous. A triumph, says Stephen King. I gotta be honest with you. I was scared of reading this. I'm not a horror fan. It's not my thing. Now you might be saying, "Hey, but you're a fan of Hellboy." This is different. That's more, more spooky fun. But this is like horror. This is to scare you and all that stuff. I'm not accustomed to reading horror comics, so I didn't know how I was going to feel reading something of this nature. And I gotta say, I got this recommendation from a good friend online, Sarah. She told me it was fantastic, and I believed her because she's awesome. So here we are reading Wytches. I actually read this a while ago, like months ago. But you know what? I wanted to talk about it because it's cool. When the Rooks family moves to the remote town of Litchfield, New Hampshire, to escape a haunting trauma, they're hopeful about starting over, but something evil is waiting for them in the woods just beyond the town, watching from the trees, ancient and hungry. That's the Wytches, or witches, or whatever. Actually, the whole concept of a witch lurking in the forest is pretty freaking creepy as hell, especially if you read the back matter where Scott Snyder tells you about his experiences growing up and the whole urban legend he had in his town about an old witch or a spirit or whatever in the forest of his suburb or whatever. Oh man, I find that super creepy. I am a wuss. I love to talk about this stuff, but I am in no interest whatsoever to research about it, to learn or whatever. I just look at it from the distance. If you guys want to go ahead and just experiment with that, then by all means go ahead. I'll stay here and watch my anime and video games and just be safe. Just saying. So, what did I think? This was an impulse buy. I got the recommendation. I said, you know what, let's do this. In-stock trades at a massive image sale, and I got this for $5. You cannot beat a solid trade. This is like pretty heavy because it's like 6 issues if I'm remembering correctly. But $6, I mean $5 for 6 issues, I think it's fantastic. As usual, Image puts out quality entertainment in their first books. And really, they will not break the bank. I highly recommend getting any first trade volume for any Image series. Plus, it's only $10. If it doesn't work, you can sell it or you can give it to someone you like that likes comic books. So, on to the Wytches, I guess. The whole story to me read like something out of a horror movie. This could easily be a horror movie instead of a comic book. It read so well. It was so creepy the way Jock paneled everything with the whole characters, the way they were seeing things that were not there. When you actually see the fabled witch, it's really creepy, and you get a sense of fluidity, of motion. It's going after you, it's attacking you, and that, my friends, is really scary to me. That was one of the things that I was creeped out about when I was reading it. And I've read other stuff that's horror-y. I've read some horror short stories, even zombies and all that stuff. But you know, it's fake. It's evident that it's unreal. But this book for some reason creeped me out. I'm sorry. You must be laughing at this horror new, but I found it like super creepy. But at the same time, the characters were like super relatable. By the way, this is a creepy panel. I don't know if you see it that well. It's the whole thing with the deer spitting up, coughing up blood or whatever. And which reminds me, the whole lady with her boobs out, the old lady, that was like the freakiest thing ever, and that scared me. Scarred me. But yeah, man, basically the whole setup is that, you know, the witches are coming after you and they pick you, and you can sort of pass along and the torch. You can pledge somebody and you can pass along the curse, I guess, of the witches coming after you. and it goes a little bit more into detail in the book itself. But one of, like, I guess I could show this. Here's one of the scenes of the story, and then the witches start showing up, and you get like this. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but this like you're scratching on wood with long fingernails, or like a woodpecker chopping down on a tree. That sort of sound effect to me is what the witches make. And then all of a sudden, bam! You get trapped in, and like they pull you in inside the tree and shit. And holy crap! I'm sorry for the language, but it scared the hell out of me. I thought it was pretty great. And once again, it would not be possible without Jock's amazing artistry and visuals. I'm like super envious. I can't draw this stuff. I mean, I tried, but I suck at it. But holy crap. Pledge is pledged. Look at this. That's some creepy stuff, man. But yeah, the Rooks family I thought was pretty interesting. There is some trauma there, which I will not spoil. But I think a kid going through that, and the fact that, you know, this massive event happened in your life and somebody went missing, and then you get bullied, massive hysteria that's going on, people don't believe you, you know what you saw. I think everybody's been in that position at least once in their lifetime. And I thought that it was done pretty damn well. Now I do want to mention that Wytches is not complete. It's still an ongoing series, so I'm really interested to reading issue number 7 or whatever and seeing where things pick up from there, because in my opinion, as a horror story goes, I thought the ending was perfect. You could have easily have left it like that and it would have been fine. But I'm really curious. I want to know where this thing's headed. Scott is a great freaking writer, man. I met him a few years ago, and the man is just A-class. But yeah, I thought it was pretty great. It ended on a strong note. Obviously, you do want some resolution from certain characters, but if right now you said, you know what, it's canceled, I'd be like, you know, it's perfect the way it is. In my opinion, it is one of the scariest comic books I've ever read. And that's saying much, because I don't like horror whatsoever. I like happy things and action stuff. But yeah, the art is crazy and the themes are fantastic. It's creepy as hell. You should definitely pick it up. And it's $9.99, but you can get it off InStockTrades.com for like $7 to $8 or something like that. It's really cheap. You should really check it out and support Wytches. It's a great book. Go do it. And watch out, because there's probably somebody behind you right now. Thank you for liking and subscribing to A Week in Geekdom. If you want to see more, like and write down below what you like, what you don't like. And of course, follow me on social media from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Snapchat, Vine, and Periscope. Just search for A Week in Geekdom and I'm there for you guys.
Thank you for tuning in to another installment. You can keep the conversation going through your favorite social media platform. You can like and subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Twitter, like our fan page on Facebook, and favorite our pics on Instagram. You can also write to us for feedback, suggestions, and such via aweekingeekdom@gmail.com. Until next time.
Yeah.